Hello guys, FirezePower here, coming to you again with part 2 of the familiar video session series. I don't know if I might do another one, but I think I might be able to cover everything in this second video, as now I have everything more condensed. So in this video I'll be talking to you about familiars, which familiars I recommend, tips on how opening packs, as well as skillstones. So I hope you're looking forward to that. Now starting off with familiars, let's go with every single familiar and I'll talk to you about each pack and what the familiars I have. Of course, I would tell you which ones I recommend, but this is my opinion based on what I work on and focus on with familiars and what I think will give you the best over time. So starting off in pack 1A. 1A has resource producing familiars, which is increase your production rate. I will only say focus on these if you're a hyper, just a wood hyper, stone hyper, or ore hyper. This one will be good for banks, which give you a max storage. Increase your max storage by 10% at max rank. But from here, the one I want to focus on is a Territe. Territe is a very good familiar due to the fact that max rank, the first ability is the main one I look at. It has the merging speed of 20%. Now you remember seeing from the previous video, merging speed of 20% for packs that is equivalent to level 25 springs. Now level 25 springs, imagine you have a familiar which is equivalent to another level 5 spring. So you're going with the first strategy I mentioned about having 6 springs in the first video. You imagine this will make it like having 7 springs, which will increase your production a lot more. Now another ability from this familiar that's very amazing is a nether quake. Now what nether quake does is that it gives you random amount of fragments every day, or every 4 days starting out, but at max rank every day. Having 3 times being 5 to 13 fragments, which is equivalent of 15 to 90 fragments per day you can get potentially, which is very good due to the fact you can use fragments to leveling up their abilities, as well as you can use them to give XP to their level. That for pack 1B, we have again a food and a gold production. You're that kind of hyper. And an allied travel speed, as well as a gathering speed, I believe. A gathering speed, yes, but it's just travel speed. They're just travel speed boost, which are not that important to focus on in comparison to Aquarius. Now Aquarius, again, just like Territe, has 2 very amazing abilities. Starting off, the first one being animal production. Now the animal production rate is 40%, which is very good, increasing the amount of animal you can produce at any time, which is very good for, as I mentioned, for research in the previous video. The other one is refreshed. Now this ability at level 1 gives you 15 to 50 stamina every day. At our max rank you can get it 60 to 120 stamina. Now this means you have a lot of extra stamina you can use per day. Now you were to use this ability exactly every 12 hours, at max rank you can get the equivalent stamina of 1 to 2 brave hearts per day for free. This is for free. There's nothing there you're required to use in order to use this ability. Now imagine that you get that much in brave hearts, which also equivalents to that much, to a lot more speed that you can get daily, which will help you advance a lot quicker in the game. Now going to pack 2A. 2A has a mix and variety of a lot of good abilities for different things. I'll start from the bottom to end with the top on this one section. The Sorcerer. Sorcerer has an alright ability of allied travel speed. Is not that great. The one that's really good is the transmutation. It completes 1 ongoing transmutation for you at every 4 days at level 1, or max rank 1 every 1 day. Which just means you can transmutate 1 more essence every day, which can lead potentially to more gems or more speed ups, more monster energy that you can get into your bag on a daily basis. There's Strix. Now Strix I would recommend only if you are really big at war or attacking, due to the fact that the first ability gives you healing speed, up to 25% healing speed, which will save you speed ups and gems. You're refreshing your healing troops. And then quick fix also reduces the amount of time you have to wait for execution by 6 hours at max rank, which means if you're holding a lot of leaders and you're ready to execute them, you have to wait 6 hours less in order to execute them. So Tempest is very good. The first ability is just a regular timber production. If you're a timber hyper or wood hyper, this will be a very good ability to work on. But the main one is a ship ahoy. Now this refreshes your cargo ship with, on the click every 4 days at a max rank once every day. Now this is very good for guild fest events, as well as whenever you want to get speed ups, which helps you get more faster due to the fact that you can be refreshing the cargo ship. Instead of opening only 4 times a day, you can open it 5 times a day and see what kind of goodies you can buy off of it. Evil Weaver again has also just a food production ability starting up, but the last ability, the Gathering Round, is very good. It's a very great ability due to the fact that it gives you the amount of resources that you will produce in 4 hours. Now this amount you get it no matter whether you're already maxing those resources or not. So you're a hyper and you're producing 1 million wood an hour, you activate this ability and you automatically get 4 million wood plus whatever you produce on the other 4 different resources in those 4 hours. Now Tempest type, as you notice, I had this one maxed out already due to the fact that I like its last ability. But starting off from the first ability, it gives wall defense, so it's really nice if you're a wall trap, but it's not a great ability, just helps out. Now I have second one, which is energy regen speed, which is a very amazing ability. You're monster hunting, which gives you a lot more gems throughout the day due to the fact you can hit more monsters. But the next ability, refresh air. Now refresh air gives you a random amount of tier 1 troops. Yes, this also means siege, but there's this, it's best, not best to have siege, but the thing is it gives you the amount of troops for free. So you can say you can train these in 1 day if you have the amount of manners for it, but you're saving 1 day worth of training every 3 days, which will help you get more troops faster, which makes a really good cushion whenever you have a big amount of them after a long time. Now moving on to 2B. 2B from the bottom, again, RP. That's a very amazing first ability for shelter capacity. Increase the amount of troops you can shelter at once, which is very good to keep your army safe. We also have a first class, which is VIP items. These vary from 100 VIP points to 5,000 VIP points, which you can get 3 every 1 day, which is a very good. And I can show how much it gives, as I have not opened the ones in my bag due to them not requiring doing much. But I've gotten these over time through her, using her ability every 2 to 3 days due to the fact I haven't worked on her yet. Now we also have Bonehead, which gives an amazing amount of animal storage, but it also gives Coliseum entries. Now this familiar will only recommend if you are going into planning to migrate into new kingdoms, due to the fact you can get a lot more. You can get your Coliseum level up higher and faster. Now we have Krabby here. Krabby I will only recommend to touch if you're an ore hyper farm, or if you are not level 60 yet, due to the fact that it gives you XP boost, which is any kind of XP boost is important whenever you try to get experience and go all to level 60, due to the fact that how much experience you need from 59 to 60. Now Boulder is again not one I would recommend too much. What its first ability does, it produces stone, as you could tell from the picture, and the other ability is only good if you are trying to rush something when you don't have that many guildmates on, or you don't have an active guild that actively helps out. It maxes out your current construction. You let all your helps automatically on 1 click, which is at maxed out. You get that every 8 hours. Now Pyrus I would recommend, but not recommend at the same time. I will tell you why not. Well, first off, the first ability, extra supplies. This really means that you just get more supplies whenever you get hit, I'm pretty sure. You can see it does not increase how much you can send. This is an ability I do recommend working on him, which is the transmutation time reduction, which means if you can transmutate your essence a lot quicker. which is at level 10. This the same amount of transmutation time you get reduced as you have max research on the transmutation time reduction. Now Blazing Trail is a killing ability which kills the lowest tier troops inside a base, inside a castle, which is equivalent to 3,000 or 5,000 troops, but it will not pass 5,000 number of troops of total troops, or 7,500 to 12,500 troops at once. Now, the reason I say I would not recommend is due to the fact it says it requires kill stones, which I will talk to you at the end of the video. Now, this video is lasting pretty longer than what I would have hoped for, but I will try to rush to the next ones. Now, pack 3 is a very amazing pack all around. For most shaman, we have infirmary capacity, which 5% you have will increase exponentially the amount of beds you have in your castle. We have infantry attack, which is a very good war stat, and then it has a wall repair. This is very good. You have a really big wall due to the fact that my wall alone at 200,000 HP takes 9 days to heal. So in 2 days I can max out the HP of it and not worry about not having a wall for a couple days. Magus, the first ability is very important. Pack merging +1. I am working to get this one right now, just to get at least one more or two more merging packs, or of course to be merging more often. The ultra stat boost is very good if you're a big war castle, due to the fact that it increases your stat duration by 6 hours. So every 4 executions you get an extra day worth of stat boost. And the darkness assistance is like Boulder, but on research. Trickstar, it's very amazing. It gives you 5% research speed, which is really good due to the fact that it's still some research speed. We have range attack, which is very good for war, but it has lucky stars. Now what this ability does, it gives you a random amount of lucky stars every 5 days or every 2 days. Now these are lucky holy star items, I mean. Now this means at any point, such as whenever you use the ability, you can get either 50 stars, which sounds really bad, but you can also have the luck of getting the $10,000 star in your stars inside your bag, which over time you stack them up. This would be really good to spam to forward a lot of holy stars and use them inside the labyrinth. Now we have Goblin, which is one I would also recommend. It's one of the main ones you have to focus on. It has gathering speed, but it's not the main thing. Gold production, also not the main thing, but it has Gold Digger. Now what Gold Digger does, it gives you 6 million to 12 million gold at max rank daily. Now it's just free gold. You have to do nothing for it. You just click and you get gold. 6 to 12 million. I'm working on a gold hyper and I can't even get close to producing this much daily yet. Noceros is an alright. It gives army capacity, which is very good if you're gathering. It gives a cavalry attack, which is a decent stat for a very war castle, and then in a flash gathers collects all your gathering random armies. So if you're gathering at max all 5 tiles, you get them back. The problem is it does not grant points for like Guildfest and any stuff like that, or KVK. So it's not really good. It doesn't help you for much except for gathering resources quicker every day. Now Griffin. Griffin's it's an alright. I like the first ability due to the fact it gives allied army troop size, which was really good if you're an army leader, because people can send more troops to your rallies. Quick Learn just increases training speed by 5%, which is a very small boost, but I guess any boost is good. And then Homework, it requires a skill stone, which also I would not recommend that you're free to play player to focus on, but all it does is it collects your troops faster. Going to pack 4. Before starting talking about pack 4, I will have to tell you that pack 4 is it's just like tier 4 troops that requires a lot to just unlock, due to the fact that you require Academy level 25 just to research it. So starting off with Hoarder, one of the best ones I would recommend you ever get this high. First off, it gives max deposit. Max deposit means more free gems monthly from your treasure trove. It has merging spells for skill stones if you're into that, but it gives payday, which has a number of grants a number of random jewels every 3 days, which these jewels are random in what they are and as well as their rarity. And you can see this does not require a skill stone. Now, Snow Beast being the next one on the list has Darkness Coalition army speed, which I guess is kind of good if you're going for a Darkness kind of castle rally. There has ranged defense, which does not being the best stat, but it's free stat. And it increases attack capacity for a certain amount of time, for 1 hour, which is an alright. You're sending a lot of resources. Now we have the Saber Fang, which I really like. These I would consider this a monster hunting familiar due to the fact it has monster hunting travel speed. But you get 25%, which if you're going for monster hunting, this would be a very good one to work on. There's cavalry defense, which is again a defense stat, not that great but still pretty good stat. And then hunting grounds, which gives you a hunt in a row for whenever you're hunting. Imagine 15 hunts in a row on a level 4, level 3 monster gives you a big boost in damage. You can even use this on Phantom Knights and monsters like those. Now we have Mega Maggot, which I really like the first ability due to the fact it giving you barrack capacity. And max rank is like having 2 barracks without the debuff of not having a manor or another infirmary. It gives infantry defense as again a defense stats, and its ability reduces the production by 94% of any castle you target. Of course, it requires a skill stone, so if you're free to play, would not recommend it. Now, Cloud Rider is one I would really recommend to if you're going for the higher ups, due to the fact that the first up gives infantry max HP, which HP is a very good stat to have. Now we have Prison Break. This ability is not that great, just gives 10% longer for leaders from escaping, so you can execute them. You have a longer chance to execute. But the last ability being Convocation is like Tempest Knight. The thing is that it gives troops from the highest tier, so you have tier 4. It gives you at max rank 15,000 tier 4 troops in 3 days. Now, I've seen people that have tier 4, as you can see I have not unlocked it yet. But tier 4 troops, I've seen people take about 1.5 days to do 5,000. So in 3 days they will only be able to do 10,000. So this is a free 4 days worth of training in just a click. Now we have Tidal Titan here, which gives infantry max HP, army defense, but it also gives the ability requires a skill stone, which also I would not recommend. And it gives a turf attack. So whenever you attack a turf and win the fight, it will automatically relocate that enemy. Grim Reaper and Mecha Trojan are really bigly hyped familiars due to the fact of their last ability, which I will cover. Now we have Swift Soul, which gives travel speed, which is not that great of a stat. There's range max HP, which really helps you out. But there's the last ability, is like Pyrus ability, which kills troops but in the higher ranks. The highest tier troop is targeted first. So this means you kill 20 to 50,000 troops as you see the ability, but it requires a skill stone. Now I would say in a bit why I do not recommend the abilities that require skill stone unless you're neither. This is to only free to play players. You're pay to play and you have the chance for it. Go right ahead, but I'll explain what skill stones are at the end of the video. Now we have Mecha Trojan, which gives cavalry max HP as well as armor defense, and its last ability, which requires a skill stone, gives a max correlation army size of 125,000 for 30 minutes. So it gives more army size than the 50% army size boost. Now for recommendations, for starting off right off the bat, I would recommend Territe due to the merging speed, so you can merge faster and the free fragments you can get. And then if you're trying to be a partial trap, you also need Aquarius definitely for the ability, which gives free stamina, more speed ups. You can advance and get your heroes up faster From 2A, I would recommend Tempest Tide. Of course, you're going like as a partial trap account. So Tempest, Evil Weaver, as I mentioned earlier, the small things I recommend, but that's situational. The next thing I would definitely recommend is from Pack 3, the Trickster, Goblin, and Gemling. It's effectively they give you free stuff such as free Holy Stars, free gold, and free gems on the click of a button, which gives, I don't know if I covered this one, gives construction speed, gems gathering speed, as well as free gems every 2 days. Now tips. So I might do a fast compilation right here of me opening a total of 625 or 650 packs in different formats, due to the fact that I keep getting asked the question of how many packs should one open at once. I've always gone with opening many at a time, which gives you better runes. But I opened pack 1, a couple 650 of them in over 3 accounts, but a lot of them in this account. And what I noticed was opening 3 at a time, as many people would say, they do it to get reduced amount of fragments, due to the fact that fragments don't give you runes, which runes are the ones you require for many of the upgrades. But due to the fact of opening 3 at a time, you do get less fragments than any other form that I tried. The thing is, you also get less runes of the top tier, of the top tier of the pact, the top tier familiar of the pact. And when I opened, my usual being 100 at a time or 75 at a time, 75 to 100 at a time, you get a lot more Territe fragments, or more top tier fragments from the same pack. So for my recommendation would be, if you're trying to get reduced amount of fragments and more runes, open 3 at a time. But you're trying to get the top one from all the runes that are possible to come out, I would say open 75 to 100 at a time. Now, as I mentioned, I will be talking about skill stones. Now, skill stones I would not consider at all to be free to play in any way, shape, or form. Now, skill stones, you only unlock the ability to craft them once you get the ability unlocked on that familiar. And right now I only have Pyro that requires a skill stone, which uses Ancient Cores. Now, Ancient Cores cost gems to get, and it takes 5 Ancient Cores to make Pyro's 1 skill stone, which is a total of 5,000 gems for just to kill 12,000 troops at most. Now, people will say, well, that's kind of worth it, you're trying to wither someone down, but it's just 12,000 troops who they can't rush with less than 5,000 gems. They're using more gems than what they are using to build that army back up. Now, if you're thinking 5,000 to use to make a skill stone, not every familiar has the same amount of cores it needs, and as well they don't all require the same type of core. As for example, as I mentioned with Grim Reaper, the skill stone for Grim Reaper requires 24 pieces of it. The thing is, it does not use the ancient cores like the Pyro does. It uses chaos cores. Now, chaos cores, as you can see right here on my screen right now, they cost 7,500 gems each. So in order to make 1 skill stone for the Grim Reaper, you need 180,000 gems just to make the skill stone. Now, ancient cores, as you know, you can get them for free, but you get them from hell events, and you only get 1 at a time, so you need to focus on those if you really want to do these for free. But chaos cores I have not seen in a hell event, so you can, as what I've seen, you can only purchase through gem boxes, well, with gems. And this video went out a lot longer than I expected, but this is everything I have found out in the past 4 months of me working on this, on familiars. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helps out. If you really enjoy what I was showing, you can go ahead and please leave a like down in the video. You want for me to look into something else and try to for me to mess around within familiars, of course, of explaining some familiar abilities or something like that, please leave it down in the comment section, and I'll see you out in the next one. Peace.